They know I got them vibes, so you know them fans watching me.
They in my chat with the shit. Oh, they must think they can stop me. See, we got rods on the scopes. Now don't get slacked out the line.
Enemy is not on me. Now tell me, what do you see?
We send the vibes of the nation. LIB in our blood. We in the sky with this shit. Just think it came out.
See, it's 99% cap, 1% gameplay, 100% vibe. Don't bring that bullshit my way. Try your luck, go against the vibe. Where you fuck, you gon' think on my Grable the way I make them tighten up. You'll be lucky if you even score. You should read more, though I choose to live in peace. You should know I bleed war. I'm a recon man, one of the best in the sport. I keep a drone on my hip, I let it out to explore. They say the ops on the way. I see one, I know it's more. They just ran inside a building, my EMP gon' deploy. Make them panic, play support. Crypto going manic, they tryna figure out how I do assault damage. Real just mark the surroundings, I know they can't stand it. Murawski sending out his ghost and they don't understand it. I'm headed to the high grounds to get an overstanding. Now you from a distance, see your partners, they just left you stranded. Damn, you know you headed to the lobby, right? Sorry for your awful fight, I admit it was easy. Get you some practice or you always die. I know you doing that ping thing, they gone, made it out of sniper range. Level 1 knockdown shield, it's been 7 minutes in the fucking game, I'm devoted. Hit you with the devotion, hear it wind up, quick motion. Now I'm headed with the wind to your partners, but I'm focused. See, GOAT just hit that beast on the hunt. Ghosts is ghosts, we reloaded, blow the EMP and we done.
They know I got them vibes, so you know them fans watching me.
They in my chat with the shit. Oh, they must think they can stop me. See, we got rods on the scopes. Now don't get slacked out the line.
Enemy is not on me. Now tell me, what do you see?
We send the vibes of the nation. LIB in our blood. We in the sky with this shit. Just think it came out the mud.
Yo, yo, yo. What's poppin', Rabbit? Shout out to everybody that's tapped in today. It is Friday, man. Hope y'all having a good day. I said, let me jump on here. We ain't did one of these in a minute. It's been a lot of people getting cut. Teams been releasing players left and right. People you thought was safe. Moves is being made. And now that we got some reports and somewhat some of the releases of what the Tennessee Titans want to do with their free agency. This is my dream scenario, best case scenario, being realistic, not just being overly excited fan thinking that everybody wants to come to the back-to-back 3-14 Tennessee Titans, regardless of how much money they have to spend. What's good though? Exclusive gaming in the building. Hendrix, what's good? Comedy 2 times. Yeah, I told y'all Geno Smith was finna get let go last stream. All right, but even more people: Tremaine Edmonds, Teron Johnson, Curtis Samuel. Like, bro, people is just getting cut. Rashawn Gary is out. Cam Hayward is out. Like, people is releasing punters and kickers. Like, I've never seen this type of shakeup in the NFL. I literally feel like this is Madden. Somebody went on there and just said we finna do a 32-man franchise and we're gonna reshuffle everybody. Yeah, DJ Moore, who won the trades? Chiefs trade McDuffie to the Rams for a first-round pick. DJ Moore gets dealt from the Bears to the Bills, and the Bills say they are not done. Beatis got a big deal with the Chargers today. So it's like teams is just doing this. They literally playing spades. They just shuffling the deck, throwing out coaches and players. Yeah, Joe Mixon gone. Then David Montgomery from the Lions to the Texans. Danielle Hunter got $40 million next year. Yeah, I think Trent might be gone. Yeah, Milroe is the Super Bowl champion. All right. So we hearing that the Tennessee Titans prioritize Chig Okonkwo and Kevin Zeitler. If they are doing this, I hope that Zeitler is not getting paid that much, because they got futures on Dellinger. You still have Jackson Slater. Hopefully they bring back Corey Levin. And the player that I want them to get at center, now that they have released Lloyd Cushenberry for his third failed physical, the physical release that they used to option out of Cushenberry. Biadasz goes to the Chargers. Chargers have a lot of money to spend. What's the next? Is it Linderbaum? If Linderbaum wants like $25-30 million, I think you got to go with McGovern. The Bills are cutting everything. Big physical center. In that case, do they bring Zeitler back? I think if you spend the money on a big time center, because it's like 4 or 5 of them out there. If you spend the money, I don't think they should be prioritizing Zeitler. I think in that case, I think it ought to look like this. If it's up to me, I'm not Mike Bergonzi, but if it's up to me, I wouldn't make a 36-year-old right guard priority in free agency. Chig Okonkwo, they're prioritizing him. If he is finna get over $10 million a year, as much as I like Chig, never missed a game in 4 years, one of the most athletic tight ends in the NFL, led us in rack yardage, pretty much the most consistent pass catcher we've had in the time that he's been here. I still think that you can't pay him. If you was gonna pay him, you should have paid him early. They should have did an early extension at the end of his rookie deal. Something team friendly. If it's team friendly, Chig comes back. If Chig don't come back, I want something like this. I want a big physical tight end like Cade Otton. Now that's what the Titans say they are prioritizing per PK and some of the Titans writers. But if it's up to me, no. And right now we still got Calvin Ridley due $28 million next year. I think he'll be a June cut. But let me show you how though. This is how I see it happening. Alec Pierce, I think, is talking a good game. I don't think he goes back to the Colts. I think they messed it up. I think he's gonna want to go to a team that he's more excited about. And I think we end up with Wan'Dale. And if we get Wan'Dale, I expect the Titans to cut Ridley because Wan'Dale will be under 20. Alec Pierce is gonna want the Titans to get him like $30 million. He ain't no T. Higgins, George Pickens type of money. I'm not doing that. Then if that's the case, they might hang on to Ridley for a few minutes, but I'm cool with this. I'm cool with doing this right here and going to the draft and saying one of those first 4 picks in the top 100 that the Titans got is going to be on a receiver. Somebody that can play on the outside. Yeah, Keith Biadasz signed with the Chargers. I don't think the Titans is going to pay no $30 million for no Linderbaum. I don't know if they're going to do it. What's going on with y'all? Appreciate y'all tapping in. That's how the offense would look up until draft. And then we're going to come back because we finna do a little mini mock draft real quick. On defense, I like Tariq Woolen, but I don't think he's going to sign with us. I think like those type of players like Alontae Taylor, Jamel Dean, I think some of them dudes is going to be like, man, if I come to the Titans, bro, I need top dollar. And I think this might be where you get in Deshaun Wright, Josh Williams off the Chiefs, Marcus Harris back in the slot, and then bring back Baker Jr. Leave Snead until all the legal stuff blow over. So if you do wind up cutting Snead, now the draft looks completely different. You pick one cornerback in the top 100 with one of them first 4 picks. So we already admitting that we're going to have a receiver and a cornerback within them first 4 picks. Titans got pick at 4, 35, 66, and 101. So in them first 4 picks, we already saying that one of them got to be a corner and one of them got to be a wide receiver. But you solid for right now, and you still got the bag. Like if we sign Cade Otton, Connor McGovern's probably $10 million a year. Cade Otton's probably $7 or $8 million. Wandale's probably like 18 million, 3 years, 55 million, 56 million or something like that. Like we looking pretty good. Then we talking about cutting Snead and cutting Ridley. So then that give that our cash is loaded, bro. Hendricks, I got that as a reel. I just haven't posted it. It's from like a week ago, me saying it. All right, boom. Now on defense, John Franklin Myers is signing with the Titans Monday. We need to get Deshaun Wright, Josh Williams, bring Baker Jr. back, bring back Joseph Day. They got the futures on CJ Ravenel. And then you bring back one more free agent that, a lot of people getting cut. You can get somebody decent to step in. Kendall Brooks is probably not going to be in the rotation. But if they do this, they can get real. They can do a lot of things in the draft and free agency. And only spots you really are looking at is like the longer that it go on, we might not spend the bag on one of those big edge rushers. We might get one. We might get Adolfo Away. We might get Jalen Phillips. We might get Trey Henderson. Then we might not. But I think they got to put themselves in good position to where you come in the draft, you can take best player available with them first 4 picks. I don't want to be in a situation where we gotta take edge. We gotta take receiver. We gotta take corner. Because the more rookies you have, like in a starting role in the 2 deep, of those first 22 players that hit the field, odds is you ain't finna be winning games. But you are building for the future. So let's get to this mock draft. I showed y'all how I think we're gonna look coming into the draft. And we still gonna have like $60 million free. Titans still gonna have the bag. So let's run through this mock real quick. We're gonna speed run this mock draft. All right, let's not look at the trades right now. So far, they had Mendoza obviously going to the Raiders, Carnell Tate to the Jets, Arvell Reese to the Cardinals, Titans picking at 4. In this case, to me, it's between Ruben Bain and Jeremiah Love. Now, I know I've been on the Bain train all year, but the more and more I'm looking at it, after some of the moves they made and the coaches they brought in and the scheme they gonna run, let's look at our trade offers. Baltimore is offering, that trade looks trash. Tampa Bay is offering, not enough. If we ain't getting 2 first-round picks, some in the future in the first round, we not listening to no trades. So right now, I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm saying Titans taking Jeremiah Love at 4. 2 times we ain't done this in a minute. All right, last year the Titans traded out of 35. They traded with the Seahawks. Seahawks got Emin Ward. We got Femi and we got Kevin Winston Jr. Rams is not offering nearly enough. This trade from the Bears looks more like it. Pick at 57 and pick at 60 if we made this trade right here. That's something they could potentially do. But we're going to be fair and not do no trading back. We just going to pick. All right. So our first pick, we took Jeremiah Love. I feel like this next pick, it has to be edge or it has to be cornerback or receiver. All right. So cornerbacks on the board, D'Angelo Pons, Chris Johnson, Keontae Scott down at 58. Our next pick is at 66. Edge, Zion Young, Cassius Howell, R. Mason Thomas. And y'all know I like Zion Young. And then at receiver, KC Concepcion, Chris Bell, Denzel Boston, Brazel, Jeremy Bernard. Man, I've been doing a lot of mock drafts. Honestly, this is a situation where the Bears trade don't look half bad. I think you'll get 2 shots. If they trade back at the second, not the first, I think the Titans got a chance to pick 5 times in the top 100. And as many holes as they need to fill. Yes, there are some good talented players at cornerback right here and at edge. Man, this is gonna be some tough decisions when it's actually happening in real life. There's gonna be some tough decisions. I mean, D'Angelo Pons is a monster. He really is. I really like Chris Johnson. I really like Keontae Scott. Chris Brazel. He want to play for the Titans. This gonna be the pick number 2 is gonna be very interesting. Pick number 2 gonna be very interesting if it come down to this, because we talking about Concepcion being on the board. We talking about D'Angelo Pons. Like, it's gonna be that round 2. Like, I don't know. Titans might have to trade out of their first 2 picks. This getting kind of spicy, bro. I ain't even gonna cap to you. Like, Titans may have to trade out. It's gonna be a lot of good players right there. Let's just have some fun. Let's accept the trade like they did last year. Titans gonna have 5 picks in the top 100. So we're gonna pick the top 100 picks. Let's see who came off the board. A lot of people came off the board in them picks. Chris Brazel to the Giants. Jacob Rodriguez to the Texans. Brown got Concepcion. Chiefs took bro, if you do trade back out of 35, a lot of players that you had your eye on is gone. A lot of players you had your eye on is gone. Not even gonna hold you. All right, we taking corner. We going Keontae Scott. Now, the next pick we need to be taking is edge or wide receiver. I think I'm going wide receiver with this pick. And if I had my choice between these players here, if we did get Wandale and not Alec Pierce, I think you got to have an outside. You got to have somebody on the outside. Chris Bell is definitely a goon. Jacoby Lane is definitely a goon. Elijah Surratt, another dunker. Right now, I'm stuck between Chris Bell and Jacoby Lane. I think between these two, these will be the 2 that I would be looking at. And I think more of a tight end fit, I'd take Chris Bell. What it do? Then Titans pick 66. Titans pick 66. And then 101. And if we get to 66, I think the Titans got to now start looking towards that edge. You got Gabe Jacas, LT Overton, Derek Moore. And you got to be thinking about that you got to be thinking about that fit of what type of player that our head coach Robert Saleh wants. Wow, Will Lee fell? Will Lee fell down? I don't know, my friend. I don't know, my friend. This draft could get real interesting if Ted Hurst is there. Mike Washington Jr. Honestly, looking at the way that this draft board is filling out, it's gonna be some good players that drop. It's gonna be some good players that drop. It truly is. Offensive. Man, it's a lot of options we could take right here at 66. It's a lot of options we could take right here at 66. I don't know. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. I like some of the players that I really like. I'm gonna be honest. Will Lee really shouldn't even be on the board right here. I damn near feel like I gotta take Will Lee just because he shouldn't be on the board. But I don't know about the Titans drafting 2 cornerbacks in the top 100. Or would they go safety in that case? Like you could take, bro, the fact that you could get Chris Bell and still get another outside wide receiver would be kind of crazy. Then you got tight ends. Oscar Delp is super fast. Eli Stowers is a goon. If the Titans wanted to add another tight end right here. Man, this is going to be interesting. And Titans, if they trade back into, they could have 5 picks. I don't know. Like, this has truly blew my mind on what I would even want to do. Like, bro, like, what do you even do in these situations? What do you even do in these situations? Like, I do not envy being in that draft board with Mike Bergonzi. I think I'm gonna have to revisit this draft board. Doing the draft board now, seeing what the free agency list look like, is just crazy. Like right there, you would want to trade back a few spots, but it's no trade offers on the board. You would want to trade back right there, but it's no offers on the board. Like this draft can get really freaky, bro. This draft gonna be really crafty. Like, but I did this to look. It's gonna, like, just think about it. When you get in this spot, where you going into the when you get going into round 3, you're gonna be ready to go into round 3. And look at the players on the board: Ted Hurst, Mike Washington Jr., Will Lee, Kamari Ramsey, Oscar Delp, Brailsford. Like, some of these players are gonna be better than the guys you took. If we go with Wan'Dale Robinson, we will be right now passing on the chance to get Zachariah Branch. I don't know. Then you got to start looking at, like, if that's the case, as many slot guys would fall in the draft, It's gonna be slot guys that fall. It's gonna be outside guys that fall. It's gonna be nickels and outside corners that fall. It's gonna be some safeties, some edge rushers. Like the first round ain't crazy, but I think rounds 2, 3, and 4 gonna have some good talent. Yeah, you can't initiate the trade back yourself. This is gonna be crazy though. Oh my God, man. I'm not ready for the draft this year. But I do think, like, if you talking about my free agent scenario, like, I'm not crazy about bringing Zietler and Chig back, and the Titans are saying they're prioritizing it. Maybe that's a smokescreen, but if you had to take my top picks that I think the Titans are potentially going to get come Monday, Connor McGovern is going to be either Wan'Dale Robinson or Alec Pierce. I expected to be Wan'Dale before Alec Pierce. And then some corners like this would make more sense. I don't think we're going to get just the top guys, but John Franklin Myers, I think, is a Titan. We already got Jermaine Johnson and obviously Femi coming back. But I think like Nashawn Wright, Josh Williams, and bring back Baker Jr. If we get something in the semblance of this, would be crazy. Swap out Nashawn Wright for Tariq Woolen if we strike gold. Tariq Woolen's more athletic than Nashawn Wright, but I mean, it's the same type of build. And I don't think like the Jalen Watsons, the Alontae Taylors, Jamel Deans, I don't think we get those guys. But I think a guy like Josh Williams would be cheap, and Baker Jr. and still hit the draft with Marcus Harris. Then like we have like you still don't know what you're doing with Snead yet. I think you got a chance to put some real depth on the team. But I just want to pop out for about a good 30 ball. I'm gonna be back tonight, y'all. But my daughter about to get off the bus. And we finna go eat. So. Appreciate y'all tapping in. We're going to be back tonight. God first in the chat. Hit that subscribe, like, comment, share. Tap into the daily uploads at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you missed the live streams, we got picture in picture. And if I don't get to any questions during the live streams or the pods, drop them in the comments. I'll make it part of the weekly mailbag. If you're following on the blue, smash those reactions. I know you're an OG. Hit that like, comment, share, tap into the daily content that is the shop. If you're new to the shop, you definitely should be tapped in on the green. No ads, up to 50 emotes free for just being a follower. You do not have to be a supporter to unlock. Picture in picture, late night streams. Follow us on Kick. We also live on Twitch. Look out for the drops, as well as if you have Amazon Prime, it's free $99 to sub to the channel once a month. Don't let Jeff Bezos stick that money back in his pocket. If you don't use it on the shop, use it on another content creator that you like. I still call it Twitter, but follow us on X. We tweet back. Yo, if you missed the daily shop talks, make sure you tap in for the late night cap on the purple and the green. The Discord is always open. Outside of subs, donos, and cash apps, is also another way to support the content. That's by grabbing a trucker hat, a bandana, hoodies, classic barbershop, Vibe Nation, right out of the official merch store on Tactic, formerly known as Geeks Unleashed.